Okay, who turned on the morning already?
You're live on my end.
Pardon me, I am doing one little thing.
Yep. Yeah, the insect rocket's good.
See, what Shaman doesn't know is that I'm going to make her a mod. I just couldn't find the URL for her, so I had to wait till she popped in chat. Good morning, Shaman.
Yes, good morning, Tom.
Oh gosh, everything's storming, and I'm not even on the ball here yet. What in the
What type of rockets
world?
were you just sending?
I just sent up magnetic attraction rockets, and it's the first two. I was just trying to get numbers moving again.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go see what it takes to make the insect rockets.
Yeah, asteroid attraction rocket and magnetic field protection rocket. A pressure
Yep.
multiplier and a heat multiplier.
Oh, tier 2 mutagen. Cheers.
Don't you love that when you forget stuff?
So we need to get those numbers up so we can get tier 2 mutagen, but to get to tier 2 mutagen, you can't get to it because
I
you need it.
wonder if you can deconstruct a tier 3 or a tier 4, because I think we've got those somewhere.
Yeah. Problem is tier 4 uses tier 3 and a mutagen. A tier 3 uses bacterium, nitrogen, and sulfur.
Yeah, we've got a mutagen and a tier 4 mutagen.
Yeah, like nothing actually uses. Sorry, I should say nothing we have actually uses a tier 2 mutagen to be made.
Yeah, what the heck?
Okay, I'm gonna.
I think the game's got its priorities screwed up.
Yeah, I think that one needs to come way earlier in the tech tree.
Yes. Oh, how? What do we have to get that?
50 kti of
Biomass.
biomass or insects. I can't remember.
Well, let me go see what kind of rocket there is.
Well, there's the insect rocket, but you need the.
You need the tier 2 mutagen.
Yeah, so I'm gonna pull up my little cheaty map and see if there's any free floating tier 2 mutagen. Oh, it doesn't have mutagens on it.
Would the insect spreader rocket help?
Yeah, but we need tier 2 mutagen. That's what I'm saying.
Oh,
we can't
gosh.
we can't do it until we have the tier 2 mutagen. So we need to find tier 2 mutagen in the world.
Good morning, country lady. We're missing you already.
Yep. Well, I gotta go over by the obsidian caves. Looks like there might be some lockers and stuff over there. I haven't looked. Maybe I haven't looked in yet.
Well, and I'll go over by the new area by the Stargate
Yep.
because that way. Now, I know we're flying two different ways. Would it be a good idea to get things for transporters?
Probably not a bad idea because I was just thinking that we should put a transporter in the obsidian area.
Well, I would rather be playing this game with you guys than at work. I think she misses us.
Yep. Come
But-
on.
but-
Tell me you don't want to do spreadsheets.
I used to do accounting. It wouldn't be so bad. It's been a while. But would I want to do it every day? No. Because of my little bout of sickness, I've got computers here I've been wanting to build and haven't touched a one of them. I've got a yard to mow today that's been almost 2 weeks since I mowed it the last time. And it's supposed to rain here Wednesday, and every time it rains, the grass just jumps up. It's just like, oh, no, no, no. Where did you put the pulsar quartz?
Right here. This is the second one of those I created.
Yeah. Oh, and we've only got enough obsidian for.
Well, I won't take obsidian with me because I'll be going over to the obsidian area. So, you take all the obsidian.
Played a game with my brother Saturday until 8:30 Saturday night. I'll swap with you, Johnny. It would be good for a day or two, but I wouldn't want to do it all the time. And when I tell you I have computers here that are waiting on me to build them, that is no lie. And when I tell you I'm too sick to build a computer, I'm sick. Because I'll build a computer, for no other reason but to be doing. Sky's blue, it's Tuesday.
How much power do we have? We got 4,800 kilowatts available. How much do these things need? Looks like 220. Okay.
We should be able to swing that without a problem.
Yeah, I got material for 3 teleporters.
And
minus
I'm
the obsidian.
trying to. Well, we only had 1 obsidian. I've got everything for 2, except I'm missing an obsidian.
Okay.
Well,
I'll
that's
go to the obsidian area first, then.
Perhaps you need a goat, Johnny. They're great at lawn maintenance. I've had a goat in my past, and him and the dog fought. I had to give the goat away. Oh. Molars, yes. Because Shaman views on her phone, she thinks zeolite looks like a molar. And it does on a phone, to her credit.
It do. Yep, it do.
Aluminium. We played this game Saturday and then played again yesterday afternoon for 5 hours. I think you're hooked. I think you're hooked. Yeah, I've got to go to the doctor on Wednesday. So I look in the weather report for Wednesday coming. Supposed to be raining.
Ew.
Yeah, and I've got to drive in it. And I've turned into a fair weather driver. Needless to say, I know a little more how to get around Humble. Awesome country lady is addicted.
Yep,
Okay.
we got her hooked.
Oh, she was hooked before we came along. It's just a lot more fun when you're playing with people.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, you get the numbers moving along good. That we made Planet Humble a relaxed game has really helped the terraformation index.
Yeah.
You need tier
And what
2
you do
mutagen.
is once we get the update and we're to a point where we're moving into that kind of stuff, is you could drop it down to a normal game too.
Yeah,
You could,
I kind of did it like that so we would get there as fast as we could. And then when the
yeah,
update dropped, we'd be in a good place.
yep.
I've told Dave this, but I haven't told everybody else this. I will not be streaming on Thursday mornings because I moved my Planet Crafter uh, moon update stream to Saturday morning to try to include more people. And there's Crystal. Yay! Good morning, Crystal. Johnny
Morning,
Big
Crystal.
Johnny and Big Dave, the Jay and Silent Bob of Planet Crafter.
Who's who?
I've never watched Jay and Silent Bob, so I really have no clue. Did I
I'm
do
just
what?
gonna say, if you don't make me the stoner, I'm gonna be upset.
Well, it is legal where you live. I mean,
Exactly.
should have brought a fusion cell, but did I? No. Because I don't think we've dropped a fusion cell in here.
I haven't been to the Stargate yet, so I'm gonna say no. At least from my perspective.
Somebody, most likely me, has been here. Because there's a bunch of empty crates.
Most likely you,
Yeah.
I found a tier 2 mutagen.
Only one?
Only one, but that's one insect rocket.
Yep. We also need to be making bees, because each one of those requires 3 bees.
Yep.
Oh,
Okay, I'm gonna put teleporter places, please. I should come back down here. Okay, there's nothing. Oh no, it's gonna do obsidian first. Right, I gotta do obsidian first. I have no obsidian.
hey, Dave, you've got to do obsidian first.
Thanks. Go back to the inside of Bob.
Welcome back, country lady. Come on. Get me in there. There we go. You were needing... I found tier 3 mutagen. And I found enough osmium to make obsidian to make another teleporter.
Excellent.
I already went boom over there, so let's fly on over here.
Did I not set up an obsidian? I think I did.
You know what that means, don't you?
Well, it means I gotta set up in a teleporter, come back home, get materials.
It means you're getting old.
Ah,
That hurt.
yep. Oh, I just saw this obsidian here on the ground.
We pretty much need everything that crate had in it. I'm going to set the transporter in the sand biome. Over by the bunker that's over here. I've just got to find it. In all of my playing this weekend, I did learn one thing. Make sure you pick forever base spot to start with. I spent most of Saturday moving my entire base to a new location. That is true.
Yep.
That is very true. Or before you knew where the game was going to flood, and you suddenly have to change your whole base because it's flooding. So, Canadian version of AARP, is it carp?
We don't have an A version of your AARP up here. Yeah, because basically what it is, our government just contracts with one of the private insurance companies to provide benefits to veterans.
Now, why are there solar panels over here and it won't let you deconstruct them? The world is that all about? I don't know that we need that, Lerma, but Shaman, I'm here to tell you, even early in the morning, you're not right. I couldn't resist. I have to say, I'm not crazy about putting stuff back in lockers, but it's a tier 3 mutagen. All right, something's got to go. Time to eat.
Well, at least now we know why we didn't have obsidian coming in.
Oh, gosh. Why didn't we have obsidian coming in?
Because apparently I never set up the obsidian collector.
Ah, Johnny, the mere fact that I'm here at Blurgo Clock is proof of my not rightness. Absolutely. And I'm sorry, I shouldn't abuse you like that. Do you think we need more frog eggs?
Yes.
I'm leaving a mutagen here so I can bring home an obsidian because I know we're short on that.
I brought half a backpack full home.
Spacesuit Mechio. Alrighty then. Gosh, this flashlight, you almost have to strike a match to see if it's lit.
Yep.
Proud member of the Not Right Club since 1980. What happened in 1980 that made you a proud member of the Not Right Club? We have to know, Shaman. I get the feeling we got an exoskeleton I don't have because my exoskeleton is full up.
Yeah, is yours tier 4?
I don't think it is. Tier 2. That's what's wrong.
Right.
2 osmium, and I've got everything else on me. In the new update, I became self-aware. Ah, okay. In the new update, you can actually build fuses.
Nice.
Because I've seen some of the dev builds. It's have fuse carcasses. Two Blazar quartz.
That might be. No, it's magnetar quartz that we're low on.
Yeah, we've got a few Blazars. I wish they would go ahead and drop the update already. Yeah. Yeah, I have to agree.
Yep.
See? Now we don't have the same suit on, Dave. Mine's blue. Don't know the exact release date. They have not put it out yet. But when they start making announcements that they're going to put it out soon, 2 weeks to a month has been typically what they've done. All right, I need to get that unpinned. And now I want to go back to, hold it. I haven't cleaned out, nope, I haven't nowhere near cleaned out my inventory. And all the rest of it's going in the dump chest if it'll fit. I'm going to be very disappointed if there isn't a new biodome. Yeah, I agree. And the little drones do their thing. Tier 4 mutagen. I have a tier 2 mutagen.
Nice. Well, if you got one, I got one. Let's 2 insect rockets.
Yep. We've got enough iron back at the base to choke a ever-loving horse.
Yes, we do. Do not bring it home.
Don't bring more of it back. Well, Country Lady, something I haven't seen in everybody I've been watching doing development builds of the Moons update. If you don't have the Humble DLC, it'll let you go to one of the moons that's orbiting Prime. And I don't know if you do have the DLC, if it'll let you do that. And it would seem to me like it should. But I haven't seen anybody do that has the Humble DLC. I just picked up the makings of a heater.
Nice.
Should be able to read that tablet there, but no. Private scavenger assignment reconnaissance. An abnormal number of ships from various companies have disappeared in the Istal Prime sector. Go there and find out what you can. Prime objective, investigate the sector, discover why ships seem to vanish. Secondary objectives, find and report the presence of any hostile life, identify any crashed ships, report them to their respective companies, record the whereabouts of all merchandise found in the year 347. And according to the game, when you get out of the pod, you're in the year 358. So
It's been a decade.
now I'm completely positive that I found the remains of another civilization. I can't believe it. Could it be another race we met that completely vanished so many years ago? I need to transmit this information at all costs. I didn't manage to set up a way to communicate yet. Outside, the storm is getting bigger and bigger every day. And I'm not even going to try to say his name. I'm happy to say that I've transitioned officially from work. Got a surprise little bonus, so I may be able to get a new computer in a month or so. Then I can play the update. Yay! Yes, that's a good thing.
Yep.
I brought no water. So that means I need to take myself out of here and go find water. or just go back to base. You would think you would be able, regardless of having the Hubble DLC. Yeah, that's what I would think, country lady, but they didn't ask me. All right, I know there is a pond around this place somewhere because I just found it. I think I need to put up a beacon for this. I have gotten myself lost in the middle of nowhere. And I mean, I at least know what direction I can go, but
Yeah, if you keep going that way, you'll get to the sandy area.
yeah, I'm in the sandy area. There's water. Okay, good. I just don't have any water on me, and my water's getting low.
Yep.
Is there? Well, I didn't want to swim, but here I am. Now, let me go back and see if I can find the transformer. I could have just hopped on the transformer and went back home and got water, but no, that would be too simple. Would you rather have fertilizer or would you rather have a bacteria sample and a mutagen?
Mutagen's the only one I really care about. These bacteria samples, I think we got lots of, and fertilizer's easy to make.
And there's Darlene. Good morning, Darlene.
Good morning, Darlene.
Myself and Big Dave, Planet Craftering. We're getting ready to go to 1 MTI.
Yes, we are.
Pretty quickly. Okay, there it is. Johnny, you probably already know this, but when transferring items from your inventory, you can hold down the right bumper button and transfer all. Yeah. Well, you say all the same items. Every time I do the right controller button, it transfers everything. For me, Mayhem is having a hairball because he's going ack, 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 ack.
Do it in your wife's slippers, Mayhem. Do it in your wife's slippers.
That's if he wants to cause mayhem at home. She can set his bed on fire. I mean, you know, what goes around comes around. Yeah. Does your controller have the trigger and bumper buttons? Yes, it does. Didn't you see the movie Mars Attack? No, I've never seen the movie Mars Attack. I am not a big movie watcher, to my wife's great chagrin. She watches a heck of a lot of movies. I do not.
have no uncommon larvae.
Well, you know what that means, don't you?
Yep.
Have to go walk around on the platform.
Yep. Rare. Worst part is, I think I've passed by like 30 of them. So.
Only 30?
Only 30.
You're looking for uncommons?
Uncommons.
That's how the Martians talk. Ack, 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 ack. No, I got my ack from the Daily Ack newspaper from Bloom County that was popular in the early to mid 80s. And the Daily Ack was the newspaper in Bloom County.
Got one.
Come on. Pick the larva up. Don't just let it sit there.
I never see larvae on that platform.
I do. You just got to walk around for a while. I'm getting commons, though, like crazy. There's a clip of
Yeah, we
Mars
don't need
Attack on
commons.
YouTube, I'm sure. If this would only let me get my steps in for the day. But no. I try to get 6,000 steps or somewhere in between 2 to 3 miles a day.
Yep.
And I have to admit, that has probably been a good thing for me. Even while I was in the military, I didn't exercise a whole lot. Bloom County is not as cool as Mars Attack. Well, and this is true, Mayhem. I can't deny that. We have 23,607 tokens available.
Whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Problem?
Yeah, I put a larvae in. Oh. I thought my larvae got stolen.
Were you fumbling the larvae?
No.
Are you threatening me? Ack, 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 ack. Thank you, Shaman. I have 3 monitors up, and I have Discord up on the 3rd monitor. I think if we start building better storage over here in the bio area,
Yep.
the algae is overflowing. There are 3 storage crates that are just chocked full. 2 outside.
Yep.
Say, what am I doing? Standing here in the doorway, drinking coffee, watching the planet go by. Are you okay, Dave?
Yep.
Sound like you're suffering.
Just trying to figure out what I was doing. Okay. Yeah.
Bloom County is a different kind of cool, a more hipster vibe. Yes, she's absolutely right. Now he's drawing something, or is occasionally drawing something called Outlander or Outland, um, with the same characters. You know, still has Opus and Bill the Cat, and
Um,
Ack was also one of the things that Bill the Cat would say, because he didn't say much. They also had a band, Billy and the Bongers. I think that I'm going to, for one, make sure the rocket engines are pulling the right way, because I don't see them. No, they are not. But I think I'm going to go down a procedural wreck.
yep. Go take some fuses or fusion.
Yep, that was the one thing that I was just fixing to do. Did you get the tier 2 mutagen out of the
Yes, I have 2 on me. I think I got ones over here. Yep.
either the zeolite's full or we don't have it adjusted to pull in zeolite.
Ooh. Inserted genetics into this. Create a new creature. Yes. What do I do with this? Genetic synthesizer. This. Oh, it's in here.
Yeah, I think most of the new storage hasn't got the logistics configured on it. My brother says hello, Johnny and Dave, and a hello to Chad as well.
Hello, country ladies, brother.
Yes, hello. I had a picture of Bill the Cat on my fridge for years next to one of Calvin and Hobbes cleaning the fridge with a flamethrower. Yeah. Yep. I had not seen that one. I was also a pretty big Calvin and Hobbes fan after Bloom County stopped. I had their last cartoon that I cut out of the Knoxville paper of Opus walking off with a hat on and a suitcase in his hand, walking off into the sunset. Even more iron. Yeah, does he work where you do? That was my question. And the reason why that was still down there is because it's full. read a Calvin and Hobbes the other day where he told his mom he wasn't going to school. She went and picked him up. Went, "Oh, yes, you are, mister." He said, "Why?" "Because I said so." It was her answer. I thought it was good that he drives a truck. He's off today. He sent me a text to tell you all how he's working on his dish network. It quit working. Oh, no fun.
Oh, that sucks, dude.
When I moved to Texas, and we had DirecTV at that time. We got our DirecTV set back up. Well, all of a sudden, when I retired, we started paring down stuff to spend a little less money. When we got here, they wouldn't use the receivers we already had. They sold us new receivers. Don't forget to hit the Planeteers, yeah. And all of a sudden, it was just like when I went to cancel it when we got on YouTube TV, they said, "Oh, well, you've been charged for this like 3 years running all this time," and they were sitting in the back of a closet. We weren't using them. I was hot. And they, as we canceled, they prorated it off my account and made it that much cheaper. I was dealing with a really good technician, and I said, "Don't get yourself in trouble. It's not worth it." She said, "Don't worry, I have justification. I can cover my ass." So, okay. Sounds good to me. But I was not happy that I continued to be charged for those and didn't find out until it was too late. It was 3 super alloy, 2 osmium, and an obsidian.
Now, this is just silly.
What?
I can set a locker or the storage to demand common larvae, uncommon larvae, but not rare larvae.
Yeah, there's a few of those that aren't in there, and you'll only realize it when you start doing stuff like that. You'll go, "Hey, this ain't right."
Yeah.
That's a press F8 and leave them a note. But I'm sure after all this time, they know.
Yeah.
I think I got two too many osmium. I'm going to build fusion cells.
Yep. Who keeps putting bacteria or mutagens in the bacteria samples?
That would be me. That would be me. There's only 2 of us. If you're going to bitch at somebody, you either go look in the mirror or you go, "Johnny, quit doing that shit." Hello, Crystal. We're glad you're back. I was thinking when you didn't say anything else that baby boy might have needed you. And yes, I did it. And yes, it was me. And yes, and yes. Don't forget to leave a like for the Planeteers. Woohoo! Now,
Subscribe, buddy.
I've got to get stuff going. And I'm going to... I'm going to go to a procedural wreck, which means I'm going to use some quartz, but Here's a tech question. Can you game effectively with a Wi-Fi hotspot, or do you need a dedicated line? You can game effectively with a Wi-Fi hotspot. I've done it. Here's the thing. When you're setting up Wi-Fi, channel 11 will reach farther than any other channel, and everybody knows it. And what it is that if everybody's on channel 11 and so is your neighbors, that could cause your Wi-Fi hotspot to do crazy stuff. Now, that information is a little dated. They've come up with new Wi-Fi standards that could be better than what I was aware of. But yeah, it can be done. And what Mayhem said is also true. Everything there. Good morning, Wolf Cub. Are
Hey,
you
Wolf Cub.
getting off from work or getting ready to go in? I know you said you were working nights. Better. My daughter streams and plays over Wi-Fi. Dave, I just opened a new procedural rec.
Yep.
Work graveyard tonight and tomorrow. So that means you're wide awake. If you want to explore a procedural rec. If not, that's okay too.
Nah, that's okay. I'll work on the base here and continue trying to find some uncommon larvae.
I just found a 1200% tree seed.
Nice.
We don't need squash. We've got a bunch. We don't need a blueprint. I found a tier 2 mutagen. Yes.
Nice.
Even nicer. And yes, I know there was a ship back there that I didn't go into. What in the world? That is an ice blue frog. And he's moving laterally without doing a thing. Okay.
I'm just gonna say this.
Yeah.
Like that frog, because if he's doing the funky chicken, he's probably got some wicked slime on him.
Yeah. Yeah. And yes, you can still join in Mayhem if you want. This is not the game we were playing last Thursday. And Dave,
Yark?
just a reminder, there is a transporter in your old base.
Yep.
That's 2 tier 2 mutagens. And I found the fusion generator. The lights are on. Every light
Is
in the
anybody
south
home?
is on. The backyard's bright as the crack of dawn.
Eating too much.
Wow. I don't want to deconstruct that. I don't know that I need another flare, but I am finding purple quartz.
Nice.
Yep. I'm to the point that I need to go right back from whence I came. And I'm going the wrong way. It's so weird seeing someone play this with a controller. Yeah, and I've played it, I was almost 400 hours in playing with a keyboard. It's weird for me.
Eaters.
At this point, we have enough Terra tokens. We should probably go shopping. All right. There's where I came from. I am full to the brim. Drink water and eat food to make room. Yeah, here in a bit.
Rare. We're gonna put that on, I think.
Have you got tier 2 mutagens set up to go someplace?
Into the mutagen box.
Okay. I know that Prunia tree doesn't. Planet Crafter Mall. Do they have Mrs. Fields space cookies? If you get the let's see what it is.
If you get the kitchen thing, you can.
Yeah. If you get the kitchen, you can make cookies.
Yep.
You have to go buy the kitchen though. And the cookies in the game will make your oxygen not go down as fast or something. I can't remember exactly what.
Yeah.
Being as we don't have 2x2s or it has chocolate chip cookies, I've made them. Yes. My last Humble playthrough, you made them. And we used them to celebrate.
I'd rather lick the psychedelic frog.
You'd rather what?
Lick the psychedelic frog.
Yeah. So, you're one of those frog lickers they talk about. Okay.
Hey, the color of some of those frogs outside our base, let me tell you.
Yeah, somebody was
I'd be
tripping.
willing to bet. Yeah, I'd be willing to bet you're going to be holding on to that graded deck, going, please turn down or turn gravity back on, because you're going to be thinking that you're going to fly right off the planet.
Shaman says, "Yay, space shopping. I'll get my purse." I'm getting a 3x3 living compartment.
Perfect.
I don't like the rounded living compartments. Some folks do. I just don't.
Yeah, I would rather have the square ones and then do like a single row on the outside with windows on it, personally.
Do we? Well, right there's the cooking station. And we have plenty of. Do we have wheat seeds and cocoa seeds? I know we have wheat seeds.
Yeah, we have at least one wheat. I don't think we have cocoa yet.
That's why I made the cookie joke. We're getting a cocoa. And now we're going to go back in there and go launch because I got stuff that I want because I'm greedy. Can you order one of those 3x3 living compartments for me and send it over to my Humble game? Yeah, absolutely. Well, I wish I could send it over to our Humble game.
Yeah.
Where's Digger? He gets my jokes. Well, we get your jokes too. It just takes a while. We're slow on the uptake. Yeah, leave me alone. That all needs to go back down in the dump locker. I think I'm going to carry that energy cell. If you're going to send anything over to our Humble, please send the jetpack. I was going to do some offline work in our Humble.
I was just not doing that.
And I was going to.
Because it goes so fast.
And I was going to work on the jetpacks. Doug, Country Lady's brother, I figured out how to chat. Welcome aboard, Doug. We're happy to have you. My name's Johnny, and Big Dave is the other person flying around doing stuff. Oh, and then there's Joro, because he felt left out. I have to be nice to Joro. He's not having a good day. His guts are being tender. We're up to 1.202 TTI. We're just 3 TTI away from saying we're pretty much done.
Yeah.
What I might do is, after the update comes on with this one, might do the update and see if we can go to Humble off of this planet.
Yep.
Then that would make them less Jay and Silent Bob and more Amazon. Ignore Joro. He's English. French. No, we can't ignore Joro. No.
Yeah. Yeah, see, if Joro would quit eating all that rich French food, and go to a very bland English diet, then he would have, his gut problems would be very much improved.
All right, beat.
That was just a dump chest because I needed to empty my pockets to make all these.
I wondered. Cheers, Mayhem. How much power do we have? 3851. Okie dokie. Everything is screaming along. Have you built the insect rockets yet?
No, because I haven't found any more uncommon larvae.
Uh, well, I'm nicely eating my pickled snails and frog legs. Yummy.
At least you're finally admitting to it, Joro.
Like I said, my mom and dad lived in France in the 50s and brought back snail shells because they did eat and try snails while they were over there. It was just like, ugh. It's a case of mind over matter. I mind and it matters. Yummy. Must be tea time. Oh. I'm going to have to make a don't pick on Joro day. If we pick on him all the time, he won't come around. We're having osmium and sulfur coming out of the sky.
Don't need it. Got lots.
I would have to be in a desperate survival situation to eat a snail.
Yep.
I was listening to somebody talk about eating blue, and if you don't know what blue is, what it is it's eating a fertilized egg. And this person was talking about it was something in the Philippines and that he tried it. It was also something in Alaska. I would have to be starving to death to eat that.
They had something like that in Thailand when I went to Thailand.
As president,
I didn't try it because they actually called it what it is. They put it on the menu as fertilized duck egg.
Yeah. As president of the French club in high school, I was forced to cook and eat escargot. I'm still in therapy. Yeah.
If it comes with the right sauce, I don't mind escargot. But it's got to be the right sauce.
All right, that's a common larva. Come on. Throw some uncommons down here. We got to get some insect rockets going. We got all the other stuff waiting on the uncommon larvas. And all the people in chat are watching me walk around. And there's a rare that I'll grab.
Yeah.
What are you doing, Dave?
If they're watching me, they'd see the exact same thing, so don't feel so bad.
Johnny, she obviously getting me confused with someone who gives a damn. Well, no, not really.
The funny thing is, Johnny, to make outdoor farms, which are the better food producers, we need bee larvae.
Yeah, I know.
Come on. Can we get a break here?
Yeah. Kind of got you at that in-between time where...
Yeah, is there nothing that produces larvae?
Well, there is, but only certain ones. That is the right sauce as opposed to the left sauce. You should have known Mayhem was in chat.
Uh-huh. Yep.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Shaman, that's me. Texture is a big thing for me and always has been. And like cream of wheat, the stuff looks positively yummy, but I cannot eat it.
Oh, I love it.
The texture of it gags the living daylights out of me. Just want to. And I don't know why I'm that way. Well, I'm a lot of ways, but that particular strange way, why am I like that? I have no idea. Dave, I'm going to fly through the portal and see if there's uncommon larva over there.
Yeah, 'cause I bet all the uncommon larvae have spawned somewhere on the map, and we're not going to get any more until we find that spot.
All I can say is the world that I've built on the procedural wreck has a ever-loving buttload of frogs. All shapes, sizes, colors, and kinds.
Frog eggs.
I've been in a dilemma for years now, Mayhem. I love mustard, but our Brit choices are French or German. Yeah.
What about your Grey Poupon?
That's French.
Yeah, but if Wayne's World ever taught you anything, it's English. Excuse me, sir, but do you have any Grey Poupon?
Yeah.
Speedway. Look at that ice. Wow, there's still ice in the world.
I figure there's so many frogs over here, there's got to be some larvae over here because they've got to eat something. But that's not the way the game works, and I know it.
Yeah.
I thought Grey Poupon was from French's. Oh. Mayhem left, always left, and then you don't get lost.
Let's take a look. Grey Poupon. Oh, yep, it's French.
Yep.
It's a brand of Dijon mustard that originated in the Dijon region of France.
I have our new building materials. First time I had German mustard was at an Oktoberfest when I was about 14. That was a shock. Cooking station and 3x3.
Nice.
And we have. You're making me dizzy running around in circles. Yes, and I was making myself dizzy, and that's why I had to stop. The NCO club where I was stationed used to have prime rib night on Wednesday nights. And
Yep.
my first wife, the only time she had ever seen horseradish sauce was Arby's horsey sauce. We got prime rib with horseradish sauce, and she slathered that steak down with it. Yeah, and just wore it out. Buddy, she was almost crying when we walked out of the NCO club. It was bad. It was bad. Real horseradish will kill you if all you're used to is Arby's. Yeah, it was.
Yeah, because Arby's waters down their sauce so bad.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I felt sorry for her. I really did. She was a suffering pup that night. It's a great prime rib, but
Yeah, that was like when I did my Thailand trip. On the way back, I swung through Tokyo for 2 days and went for sushi. And I got real wasabi,
ooh,
like shaved off the root right in front of you wasabi.
oh, that stuff is vicious.
And I assumed it was just like just like your wife,
Yeah,
your ex-wife, that it was,
slathered it on.
just like, yep, slather, took my piece of sushi and just big old dollop of wasabi on it. And chef just stood there watching me with this stupid grin on his face. And I knew why the minute I bit into it. And all his reply was, "First time trying real wasabi, eh?"
What did he say? Must be American.
No, no, he didn't. 'Cause he knew I was Canadian because I had my Canada hat on. But it was just funny though.
Now that I've spilled coffee,
Yep.
my mouth had a hole in it. German is milder and much better for me. Prime rib is. I love a good prime rib. It don't love me anymore. And yeah, spicy mustard typically is brown, in my experience.
Yep.
I sometimes have restless leg syndrome, and I keep a little bit of mustard in the fridge because of the turmeric.
Yep.
Boy, Dave has rebuilt all the. You got eggplants, you got bio nuggets, you got fertilizer.
And for the record, Chad,
Uh-huh.
mutagen.
Yeah,
Mutagen.
yeah. And?
Bacteria samples.
I swear I'm going to kick you. If I could get this thing to shoot at you.
Just point out, there is a difference between the two stores. Just
Thanks.
yeah,
Thanks. Appreciate you.
yeah.
Thanks. Appreciate you. One thing we haven't done this run that I usually do is set up a shredder and make the fish eggs go in it. Because you only need certain types of fish eggs, so.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's right. I was gonna do the frog.
I'm going to do something I don't normally do, but I've done it before. And that's run upstairs, deconstruct a couple of larvae, and see if we get an uncommon larva out of them. And it might not do a thing. Nope, that didn't change a thing.
Yeah, that's still a comment. I'll pick it up. That was interesting.
That was rare.
We got fertilizer.
Tell you in a nice way to keep your crap organized, Johnny. He is. He's being passive aggressive.
Well, no, it's because somebody other than me playing this game keeps putting mutagen in the bio.
And there's only two of us.
Yeah. So 50-50 chance.
What did we get out of that?
We got tier 2 fertilizer, tier 4 mutagen, and phytoplankton C.
Black pepper is all the spice I can handle. Since I moved to Texas, I actually spice a lot of things, and I've gotten used to it. And my wife will look at me and go, "Is such and such hot?" Not to me. To you, it might light you up because I keep sriracha mayo as a staple in my fridge. It's down on the latest grocery list right now. Oh my gosh, we have got so much iron.
And phytoplankton does not do anything.
And phytoplankton doesn't do what?
Doesn't deconstruct into anything.
Yeah, that's a shame.
Yeah.
Hold it.
Because once you did that, I was like, I wonder.
Well, I've got flowers that I could try that they're not doing anything else but sitting there.
Yep.
Sounds a bit to me like finding a common denominator. I found Johnny when we played with Icy. Yes. Yep. Nope, that don't do a thing. Oh, yeah. That don't do a thing. And I get the feeling that one's not going to do anything either. Yep. They're all what they said they were.
Yeah.
Doug, I have to say, I'm a black pepper snob, kind of, because I really don't like black pepper that you're not grinding it yourself. Because
Yep.
when I read that black pepper, that they used to sell black pepper and they'd put dust in it to make the black pepper go farther, kind of turned me off of shaking black pepper. So it wasn't me or Icy. Well, yeah, Joro, you're not going to sit there in chat and act all innocent like, because right down here on the bottom floor is a dump chest that before it was named the dump locker, it was named Joro's chest, and we were putting stuff in it because you don't like putting stuff where it goes, so we always make you a locker that you can put your stuff in it. So, I mean, you can say whatever you want. However, if Icy was here, she would also, agree with me. It's the circle of life, gamer style. It's all connected. Yes, it absolutely is. Dave, it's 9:23, just so you know.
Okie dokie.
And we're 80% toward mammals. And at one
How
point,
close are we to tier 2 mutagen growing?
we're 10 tons of insects away. Flip the P upside down. It could be the Joro chest. Yes. Yeah, we're basically 11 away from getting tier 2 mutagen.
Yep.
We have the Serena butterfly already, and we got 150% fish, and we're getting ready to go to carrion. No matter how you dress it up, Joro, it's still a pig. I really don't think you want to give me permission to say whatever I want. You can say whatever you want, but I also am smart enough now to know that before you press the go live button, you don't say, okay, I'm fixing to go live. Don't anyone cuss. And Joro is part of your team. Because cussing will be had. And right now, I'm just messing with the deconstructor because I am. The deconstructor has explosive powder and bioplastic nugget in it. That's good to know because the game gives you a lot of those. Boy, Dave, he's just kitting out everything. Everyone knows my daughter has a potty mouth. Did not know that. We'll use more fresh ground pepper. Thanks for the tip. uh, Doug, as I want to say, it's a case of mind over matter. I mind and it matters. Crystal, I think noodles is great. And if, I'm not monetized, it doesn't matter. Because pepper can sometimes be stretched in quantity by people putting dust in it. So I have pepper grinders. I can think right now 3 or 4 of them in the house. And if Johnny gives me the wrench icon, I can mute you. Yes, and I'm going to now that I have the URL to make sure I get the right person. Shaman is becoming a moderator. It just hasn't happened right at this moment. All right. It is what kind of dust? Dust. Anything black looking dust that looks like pepper. After reading that, I just went, nope, I'm doing my own. You didn't know coming to Planet Crafter, the ice biome, that you would have the pepper chat. But here we are. All right. We are 81% into mammals. And everything's going up really good. We just need tier 2 mutagen. And now I have new large container of ground black pepper for sale. Any takers? Oh, I'm sorry, country lady. How many shamans do you know? When you go to search for shaman, everybody under the sun comes up except for her. And when she came into the chat, I clicked on her name, I went to her channel and went, okay, now I know I've got the right one because it didn't come up. The next time I'm streaming is going to be Friday for Golf with Friends, 8 a.m. I'm not streaming on Thursday because I moved the Thursday Planet Crafter to Saturday morning so more people could get involved. And that's where we're at.
Yep.
See, now I've made a whole chat full of peppers. Oh, don't laugh too hard. You get yourself to. At this point, I need to thank Big Dave for being here. And Country Lady has helped on this base in the past, and she would be here too, but she's working. Us mere mortals. Yeah, I am the original. Sorry I missed golf on Saturday. It's all right. We did miss you though. There was only me and Dave. It was rough. Dave sat through Planet Crafter Saturday morning and then went and did his own thing and gave himself a 5-minute break before he came into the afternoon golf. By the end of golf, I could hear him grunting and groaning that his chair had absolutely welded itself to him. He was hurting pup.
Yep. Yeah, that was.
Yep.
That was a long one.
Yeah. Don't do that. It's not good for you, I can tell you.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to save, and we're going to call it a day. Now I can get back to my own game. Yeah. Good. Good worms, though. Yes, we did have 2 worms in that.
Yep.
Thank you guys for being here, and I'll see you back on Friday.
Yep. See everybody.
Hush, Juro.